Speed Channel welcomes you to round 8 of the Rolex Sports Car Series at Watkins Glen in upstate New York. Just 2 months ago, we were here for the grueling 6 hours of the Glen on the high-speed long circuit. Today, it's all about sprinting, the shortest race of the year on the Glen's abbreviated circuit. On championship order in that car, Tony Stewart starts row 8. With more on GT, here's Calvin.
Well, Lee, on the pole tonight is the number 21 PTG BMW M3, driven by Bill Auberlen and Justin Marks. And what is remarkable is the fact that this is the first event that Bill enters having the outright points lead. Why is it remarkable? Well, he just came off his 6th straight victory at Mid-Ohio last week and goes for 7 tonight. But the Porsche boys really think they may have something for them BMWs at this racetrack where high horsepower is certainly a premium.
And this racetrack, going down into turn 1, is perfect to get 3 and 4 wide. There's no question in my mind that'll happen. Milko Deno will be under heavy fire from these guys right behind her, I'll tell you that. And remember, it's Tony Stewart's first time into turn 1. He hasn't even been one time down there yet.
And first time in a Daytona prototype, not at Daytona International Speedway. Can the 01 Lexus Ganassi machine be beaten? We will answer that in 82 laps time. It's the shortest race of the year. This will be a very intense sprint race. Watkins Glen, it's the short course event. Here we go.
Here they go, 5 wide already, headed to turn 1's brake zone.
Look at this pack of Daytona prototypes. Down hard on the inside, it's Pappas who will take turn 1 from Wayne Taylor. Oswaldo Negri puts the pressure hard on the inside of Oliver Gavin.
A lot better start this time than the last time they were here where they really pile them up. But it's not an overlap yet either.
Ollie Gavin is not messing around. Just a short time ago at Daytona as well, but this is the first time we've seen him on the road course. The BMW boys are hard at it. Incidentally, the RX.com Doran there of G&W Motorsports, driver change there while we're in the commercial break. Court Wagner has taken over from Brent Martini. They made the most of that first yellow.
And look at how quick these BMWs are in the corner. They're actually passing, are trying to get by the 7 Daytona prototype, which is actually holding them up. And there they are going to go by it.
That's Bill Auberlen in the 21 leading the way, going for 7 consecutive victories in that class. But young Joey Hand, the former Toyota Atlantic ace, is giving his older and more experienced teammate a run along.
Got to run on the outside of him. They're going into turn 1. I thought he was going to try to make a move on the outside. 22 is handling pretty good right now too.
Been a very valuable year for Joey Hand to learn about sports car racing and team driving, because he's always been a single-seater kid. And then coming to this kind of driving, where you've got to share, you've got a co-driver. Oh, look at this. Joey Hand drafting Auberlen, but Auberlen will have the inside run into the inner loop.
Auberlen not giving him any room at all, anywhere to go. And these guys are teammates after all.
Nice work in the GT class. Incidentally, sitting 3rd in GT is Charles Eschbenlaut for Horizon Motorsports in the new Pontiac GTO.
That's a great run.
Wayne Taylor continues to lead the way. Here's the battle between the 7 and the 59. We switch our attention to GT. 21 plays 22. PTG BMW pairing of Bill Auberlen and Joey Hand going hard at it. And Joey Hand not showing too much respect to his championship teammate.
Well, Auberlen keeps taking away the inside of every corner, and Joey keeps trying outside moves, which is pretty good show for the fans around here. And there's a lot of fans, I should say, this weekend. They're putting on a good show, even though it's teammates. I'm sure Milner's on the radio to him complaining vehemently about, don't you hurt my car, don't hurt my car.
Well, let's hear from Joey Hand's teammate. Calvin's with him.
Here with Boris said, and Boris, you lost the points lead to Bill at the last round at Mid-Ohio, but your teammate tonight has done an awesome job really putting the pressure on.
Yeah, I mean, Joey Hand's always quick, and it's fun to watch, so hopefully we'll bring it home, and then me and Justin will go out and have at it.
Tough day for you. You were hoping to qualify the Cup car today, but we got rained out. They wouldn't let you run, so you're not going to be seen on Sunday, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's depressing. I mean, our USG Duroc car and Centric's car was really fast when we tested here last week, so I was really looking forward to drive it. And unfortunately, Mother Nature didn't. She wasn't very nice to us today. So we'll be back in the next race.
Hopefully, he can win tonight and make up for that, Lee.
Well, the way his young teammates going, this is pretty impressive stuff. Joey Hand, a former Rookie of the Year in Toyota Atlantic, the former race winner, and here he is chasing a former GT champion in the Rolex Series.
And as you say, not giving him much respect at all. And he should.
That's good. It's great to see the team cars racing like this, pushing each other. That's what they thrive on. You know that Boris said we'll do it, and you know that Justin Marks will do it when he takes over from Bill Auberlen. While they enjoy 1st and 2nd in class, and Auberlen well on his way to his 7th consecutive victory. 3rd in class is the 44 Orbit Porsche, the Classic Industries machine. It's not quite running the same pace, not quite running up with these guys.
Arguably,
Has moved into third.
these two BMWs are probably the best handling cars out there. And I mean, they corner every bit as good as the Daytona prototypes do. And when you race against them, you have to learn that you catch them quite quickly because you have more power in the quicker car. But once you get to them in a corner, you better leave them alone because they're fast. I have to stop twice.
Race leader Wayne Taylor will hand over to his regular co-driver Max Angelelli, who missed last weekend's race in Mid-Ohio. But he's set back, ready to roll again, and keen to take over, especially when the car is in the lead. It is still Max Pappas who sits second, but he is now a little further back. He's getting closer to 2 seconds further back, and Ollie Gavin starting to zero in on Pappas. It's a Pontiac-powered car leading the Lexus-powered car and another Pontiac power plant right there in the Kodak Doran. That's your top three. Then it's Negri, Stewart, Taze is sixth, Donahue in the Brumos Porsche is seventh, Stefan Gregoire is eighth, ninth is Court Wagner, who has in fact just got past Stefan Gregoire, and Milcaduno rounds out the top 10. Oh, we have lost the Brumos car, the 59, and one of the Racers Group cars. It's the 67.
Yeah. And that's right at the, oh boy, that's a mess. They're into the styrofoam barriers.
Kevin Buckler, the team principal, on the left of your screen.
That's right here in front of us. That's right at the turn into pit lane. So these guys hooked up together. Look, and someone spun on the pit lane here.
That's Didier Taze, I think, is it? Oh, someone else goes.
Crash.
The 33 has gone.
And another one.
As well.
There goes the
Steve
two.
Earle and the two of Milcaduno. As you can see, Joey Hand goes as well.
Oh, another one. Oh my gosh.
We're losing half the field.
Oh, that was a big hit.
Oh my goodness. 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 6, 7, 8 cars there.
And this BMW is still spun. Maserati gets going. This is not over. These guys really in a bad situation.
I tell you what, I hope Kevin Buckler is okay, because the Michael Boffman Corvette slammed into that very, very hard, and I hope whoever was in the 46, it was Mike Boffman himself.
Well, these first
I hope
guys,
he's okay.
The first guys, they got into the styrofoam, and that's soft, but that hit car to car.
And there's Craig Standard. So it was Standard who we got into. There's Buckler hidden in behind there. There's Buckler's car in there. So it was Craig Stanton who was stationary. We didn't see Craig go in there.
And there's guys trying to get out of their cars now, which is a really good idea.
Andy Wallace immediately said, "I need rain tires," dove back to the pits. Unfortunately, they lost a lap, but in that bad luck, they may have actually had good luck. By coming in off the racetrack to get the rain tires, they avoided the melee.
That car currently sits a little further down the order. Meanwhile, we get set to go racing again. First time since that huge incident, and Pappas puts his foot to the floor.
Breaking into turn one is very tricky. It's downhill, and these guys have not done it in the rain yet.
Look on the inside, Borcella on Angelelli, and he gets it.
Good
nice
move.
braking move. And then Bert Frizzell in the 6. He lines up behind Angelelli as well. Switches back to the inside. The Shank car's got a good inside run as the spray flies.
That's more than spray flying up there. We
isn't
got
it?
problems.
Oh, Doug Goat's blown an engine. The 09
Nobody
Spirit
can
of Daytona.
see. And there's going to be oil mixed with this water, and these guys from behind him are really going to have a tough go of it. They can't see a thing. He needs to get that off the racetrack. I don't even know if he knows it's done that. But everybody behind him knows there's something big going on.
Boy, that is a huge let go.
Why is he driving that thing? I mean, he's just completely oiling the whole racetrack down, and there's going to be a risk of a fire as well if he keeps getting that oil out.
Do you think Doug knows? Surely
well, he must
by
know.
now.
Well, you could hear it. You could hear the engine was running that badly. Now he looks like he's getting offline a little bit. Try to pull over here. He shut it off. Finally shuts it off.
Great run at Mid-Ohio just a week ago on the 10 SunTrust machine. In GT land, it is still the 21 that has the upper hand over the 22, the two PTG M3s.
And the second car right there is at a disadvantage because he's getting all the spray up off of the 21s coming right back to his windshield. The 21, on the other hand, has clear sailing with nothing on his windscreen.
One has made a driver change, the other hasn't. Boris said is in the 22. Bill Auberlen remained in the 21.
But he can't stay there forever. So he'll have to make a change sooner or later.
This is the way it happened in Mid-Ohio a week ago too. Auberlen did the majority of the race. Justin Marks did not get much time in that car. And we now only have 32 laps to go. So it'll be interesting to see when Auberlen decides to pit.
There's the same Porsche that before boxed the Pruitt car. And it's been tore up. You see it has no headlights and front end's knocked in.
Been a tough day for Bob Ward in the 47 machine. That's another Michael Boffman racing car. And Mike Boffman was the guy who got involved in that incident when it was very, very wet early on. Race leader Terry Borchella, incidentally, now has a 4.5-second gap over Scott Pruitt. It's Max Angelelli in third, but only a second back. The Flying Dane, Jan Magnussen, is zeroing in. Things going great for the 37.
And you can see the track starting to dry now. It's starting to have a little bit of a dry area. We pick up the team car, the 38 right there. These guys now will be seeking out water to get these tires cooled down.
And look at this, the battle rages between Justin Marks and Boris Said. Boris Said has got the 22 in front. First time that the 22 has led today as they just round up the 38 of Mark Bunting and Andy Lally. Andy behind the wheel. Of course, those guys are the championship leaders in SGS.
See there the drying on the line. You'll see some guys starting to dip their tires now, the outside tires, left sides, into the water to cool them down so they don't chunk.
Magnussen is flying. Oh, he almost goes through on the inside of Wagner. Stay with us. We get into the GT category and the first win of the season for the 22 at the hands of Joey Hand and Boris Said. Well done to those guys. And Joe and Jay Policastro and Mike Fitzgerald coming on the podium.